Thanks for tuning in to Say What Now? Reddit Stories. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. And now, on to the story of Am I the ass for telling my mom her husband is the guy she cheated on my dad with? I am 20F, and my parents divorced when I was 10 because my mom had an affair. How do I know? Because her affair partner, turned husband now, was also married at the time, and his wife at the time showed up at our house after the affair came out and yelled it all over the place. She had to be removed by the cops, and she showed up a few more times over the next 2 years. My mom blamed my dad for me finding out because she thought he told me. But that was until I was about 14, and I told her I wasn't deaf and I could hear the woman outside our house, and I wasn't too young to understand what it meant. My relationship was with my mom was strained by her affair, and I truly don't give a F about her husband. He never had kids and tried to play the dad role, but I shut him out and put him in his place whenever he tried by reminding him I have a dad and he doesn't get to take my dad from me like he took my mom. And yes, I know nobody can take another person. It was my mom's choice and her fault too. But still, it feels extra insulting to try and play it when he helped destroy my family and dad's marriage to mom. My dad died when I was 19. It was a very tense time in my relationship with my mom because I didn't tell her. She found out after dad's funeral. A part of me was glad because I did not want her to come to the funeral, and I certainly didn't want her there with her husband. My mom was hurt and acted like I owed it to her to let them come so they could be there for me. I told her their support was not wanted right now, especially not for losing dad. Even even still, she believed that her husband would become the father figure I no longer had with my dad gone, and they expected that he would be automatically given father of the bride honors at my wedding. Instead, I asked my grandfather, and my mom blew a fuse after she found out. She asked me what the hell was I thinking, and that her husband has been there raising me since I was 10, and he is more to me than just some random guy. I told her she was partly right, and he's just the guy she cheated on my dad with, nothing more. My mom said it was childish and vindictive in the way to describe him, and that I needed to F over it and appreciate how hard he tried with me. She said it's like I'm punishing them for the affair when it has nothing to do with me. I told her this isn't a punishment. This is consequences, and she has to live with them same way he does. She still thinks I'm going crazy, or she's still going crazy about me saying that I don't feel bad, but question if maybe I was a bit of an asshole for telling her that. Maybe I am, I don't know. What do you know? No, listen, I know us as kids with our parents, we often forget parents are people too. We do. I mean, as we get older, we understand and realize that and try to make that clear for like kids. But when you are a child, you really do forget that your parents are people. And, I think as I've grown up, yeah, I've had that realization too. Like, oh, my parents are just people. But even with that being said, just because you decided to make a decision about what you wanted to do in your relationship, you can't be mad at how I'm deciding to react to it. And that's just period. You caused it, now here's the reaction. That's literally how that goes. If I'm upset that your affair caused what I thought to be a lovely family to then split and then to throw salt on the wound, You marry the person that you had the affair with, and you think that I'm now supposed to sit here and play house with y'all and feel like I'm supposed to call him dad? You got another thing coming, because I'm not. And I'm glad she didn't either. I'm sorry. There are certain instances where, as a child, there's a lot of arguing and fussing and fighting and things of that nature where you're like, okay, they didn't need to be together because it's turmoil, it's toxic. That's different. But if none of that was shown, you didn't know, and I still have a dad, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, by all means, if you decide that you're fine with it and you're gonna call him dad, that's your choice. Nobody's gonna stop you. Nobody's gonna tell you that you're wrong because that's your thought. If you feel like it's okay, cool, no problem. But in the interim, if you feel like you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't. Nobody forces someone. Nobody should. Let me state that. Should force anyone to call someone dad or mom if they don't want to, and especially if it's not their dad or mom. That is that person's choice. That is that person's right. If they aren't comfortable with it or about it, you can't make someone want to do it. And she's grown. Like, at this point, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So for you to then think like as the parent, she already has resentment in regards to your husband. For you to think that, okay, my dad unfortunately has passed away and that he's then going to become father of the bride, ma'am, you had a whole other thing coming. I would have asked anybody, uncle, cousin, like brother. But she was right in asking her grandfather. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. It's different, I feel like, when you have a family who was never, like, who already was split up, and then there becomes step parent situations. I feel like that's different. But when it's someone and you had an affair and they're still here, and I know it's an affair and they're still here, oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, I don't like them. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ever. Call it childish. I'm right with her. Like Cardi B, when you got beef with me, you got beef with me forever. Absolutely. Forever. I don't know. Comment down there. Maybe y'all think differently. I could be childish. Okay, that's fine. But let me know what y'all think. Subscribe, like, comment, comment, comment. Until next time. Bye bye.